What's up, Virgo? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, guys, so this is going to be your February reading. So let's see what is going on for you guys. Let's see what this month is going to bring for the Virgo. All right. What is going on with Virgo, past, present, and future? February 2018. What is going on for the sign of Virgo? All right, guys. All right, guys, so your energy here is the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So with the Nine of Swords in the reverse, there's something that you're stopping, being anxious about. You're not losing sleep at night anymore. You're feeling a lot better about yourself. You're seeing things as it is. Maybe if you were in your head a lot, or if you were insecure about certain things, or just creating all these stories in your head because of, a troubling situation you could have gone through, that is subsiding. Behind that, we do have the Star card in the reverse. So there could have been something that you were really hoping for and wishing for that now is just something you're kind of letting go, and you're just, let bygones be bygones at this point. So the first card that you guys have for the past is the Seven of Wands in the reverse. There's something that you were trying to deal with as many adversities as possible, but you just looked at a situation and you said, I don't think that this is worth it. I think that I should stop, communicating in this situation, whether it be with a friend, a lover, maybe a job that wasn't working out for you. And we have the Hanged Man in the reverse. So with the Hanged Man in the reverse, there is a sense of you guys, it's like you could have been trying to force something that was past this expiration date. Okay, because when the Hanged Man is upright, it's like you're kind of just chilling, you're letting things just come to you. What will be, and you're just, letting life happen the way it's naturally supposed to. When the Hanged Man is in the reverse, it could be kind of the opposite, where we kind of try to force things that may not be the best for us, but we try to push it anyways. But there was some sort of news that came out, possibly for some of you, water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and there was a sense of rejection here, okay? And maybe for some of you, you rejected them for someone else or for another opportunity, okay? So the next card we have for the past is the Queen of Wands in the reverse. So this could be a fire sign again that you're dealing with, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. Somebody who's acting very dramatic, somebody who's bringing out the diva, okay? Somebody who could be very passionately angry about a situation. Now, this is someone who's naturally a leader, naturally very outspoken, naturally just out there. So take a personality like that, and turn it into something negative if they're not feeling good. So it's going to be a very powerful energy that you feel. And with the Temperance card in the reverse, somebody was just feeling unbalanced here in this situation. And you just lost faith in it. You let it go. Okay? And with the Ten of Swords in the reverse, this is kind of telling you that the worst is behind you. Okay? You're not dealing with any of the struggle, the harsh ending that you may have had, or the betrayal that you may have had to deal with. It is subsiding. You've dealt with the worst and you're moving forward. All right? And now the next card we have is the Seven of Pentacles. So there could be a sense of you guys waiting on somebody or just being patient in general. But this is a card where we plant certain seeds and now we kind of just take a step back and say, okay, let's see what happens. Let's see if this grows the way that I intended to. And we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So something that you were waiting on, you might have just told yourself, look, it's not worth it. I'm going to let it go. I'm not going to wait anymore. And Page of Wands is because you could have had another path or another journey that you wanted to go on, or maybe another idea, another project, something new that you were working on. For your present moment, guys, we have the Nine of Wands in the reverse. So there's a situation that you put your blood, sweat, and tears into, you've put a lot of effort into, and again, you just don't see it as something that was going to be tangible for you, so you guys just give up on that. And with the Page of Swords, what I love about the Page of Swords is that it's somebody who is extremely direct, okay? Whether it's going to be an uncomfortable topic or a comfortable topic, this person's going to tell you what's on their mind, and if it's something that is not in accordance with what they want, they will let you know, okay? And we have the High Priestess. So you guys are in a place where you know whether or not you had proof in a situation, or you were able to get some hard evidence or see text messages, or just say there's a group of people or a group of coworkers just talking crap, you don't need a recording, you don't need a video, you don't need anything like that. You know what's happening, you know what's up. Okay, so your intuition is going to be very on point with whatever it is that you're choosing to let go of. And there could be a loss that comes with it. Okay, but at least you know it, and at least you don't have to, feel dumb or stupid for being in a situation that was not going to serve you. So I always think it's good to know the truth, whether it's going to be a good or bad thing, so that we can adjust accordingly. So the truth might have been that somebody here was being dishonest with the Justice card in the reverse. Okay, so definitely an injustice that some of you may feel was done to you, or that maybe some of you did with someone else. So with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, you guys don't see yourself, building in that direction anymore. All right, and we have the Knight of Wands. So this fire energy keeps popping up for you guys. Could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. And the Magician. Okay, so maybe that's what's really helping you to get past this, because you have another opportunity. You have something else that you're, extremely passionate about and just gung-ho about. Okay, so you're moving forward with that. And it's beautiful because with the Eight of Swords in the reverse, anything that was holding you back, anything that you were questioning in your head, anything that made you feel doubtful or insecure, or just anything that had a negative pull on you, you're letting that go. Okay, you're realizing that you're not trapped in this and that you can get out. Okay, this person's not trapped. They just feel like they're trapped. So here you are. You're getting out of it. All right. But again, there could be some sadness felt with falling out of this. And with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, there was a sense that it wasn't an equal give and take. You might have been doing more than the other person, or maybe that other person was doing more than you. Okay, if this was with the job, maybe you felt like you weren't getting paid as much as you should have for the work that you do, or maybe your boss felt like you're not doing the work needed in order to justify what they were paying you. Okay, but there's this sense of imbalance here. Now, moving forward, we have the King of Swords in the reverse. Someone who could be tyrannical, could be a Libra, Aquarius, or a Gemini that you guys may be dealing with. Sorry, guys, a lot of cards flipped here. Yeah, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini that you guys may have been dealing with. Somebody that is very selfish, someone who's tyrannical, someone who's just looking out for themselves at this point. And with the Two of Pentacles, it could be you juggling two different energies, because there's an energy here that I see could be problematic for you guys, but then there's another energy I'm seeing where it's positive and it's good and it's helping you to get over any, bumps in the road that may have, just showed up. You're realizing that whoever this was bad judgment. Okay. And with the Knight of Swords, again, it could have been a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini for some of you, where you just saw it as something that you had to move on from and really just guard yourself from. And I feel like that's the decision that you guys made. Now, the next card that we have is the Queen of Pentacles. So here you guys come out. So with the Queen of Pentacles here, by letting this thing go, despite the hurt that it might have, brought to you, you're so much more stable with letting it go. You remember who you are by letting this go. Okay, and with the King of Pentacles in the reverse, it might be a sense of you guys, if this was with work or anything like that, maybe you feel like things in your life are a bit mundane and that you're not really excited about anything. But this could also be dealing with a situation that you're not 100% emotionally invested in. And it could be because of a secret here that came out with the Seven of Swords in reverse. Okay, something that may have caused some problems here with the Five of Swords. Okay. But the last card here is the Eight of Pentacles. So something that you guys are working on, something that you see as very good, okay, or at least worth the time and effort. Now you have the Five of Pentacles. Let me get one more card here. And the King of Cups in the reverse. So for some of you, you were simply just dealing with someone or a situation that was just unreliable, that was rocky, that was all over the place. But now that you let this thing go, whether it's you being left out in the cold or someone else being left out in the cold, you have the Magician and the Hierophant. So what's very beautiful, guys, is here you have the High Priestess, where the High Priestess is more of like this quiet knowledge that you have towards a situation, even if you're not verbalizing what it is that you know to the other person. But when the Hierophant comes out, this is taking that knowledge and bringing it, into action. Telling yourself, look, you know, this is something that was not going to work for me. I know this now. And because I was able to leave this thing behind, or maybe the situation left you, maybe it was a job that let you go, maybe it was a person that let you go. The only thing that you really have to worry about is that it was the best thing for you to let the situation go. And now you literally have the ability and the umph inside of you to manifest whatever it is that you want. And with the Magician, you know, she has all the elements here. Okay, so you have ability to, you know, really think of a good idea, have the emotions to go behind that idea, okay, to really strategize how can this come to pass and what do I need to do. So you have all the elements here, and by letting this go, you're able to think more clearly and you're able to do bigger things. Okay, all right, guys, so let's pull an Earth Magic Oracle card just to see what's going to be going on in the situation. Okay, I'm going to do something a little different for you guys, because anytime I feel like things kind of just end on a cliffhanger, I like to pull some extra cards of advice. So I'm going to pull 3 cards of advice, and I'm going to accompany it with a Magic Oracle card. Okay, this card keeps wanting to come out. The Hierophant again, okay? Maybe some of you will be dealing with the Taurus specifically. Let me get 2 more cards here. Let's see what falls out for you guys. Okay. Oh, all right, let's see what's going on. Wow. Okay. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. So you guys got 5 cards of advice, and I think it's a very beautiful way to kind of, you know, see the ending with this. So the bottom of the card, or the bottom of the deck in terms of the energy here, we have the Justice card, and we have the 6 of Cups in reverse. So there's something that you guys are parting ways with, okay? But now things are balancing out. Things are more even, all right? You are taking that knowledge of the High Priestess, of what it is that you know, things that are clear to you now, okay? And you're putting that into action. You're not just sitting here saying, okay, well, I know this person is doing me wrong. You're actually saying, okay, well, I know this person is doing me wrong, so let me get up and go. Or let me allow them to leave. Or even if it's vice versa, even if you did something wrong, you're just moving away from a situation that may have brought out some, you know, shadow aspects in you. With the Hermit card in the reverse, whatever it is that you're leaving behind, I feel like the reason why you guys even got yourself into that situation to begin with was because maybe you didn't do the full research on this person or on this job or on the situation. So you may have felt that you had a lot of information on this person, but things just come out. And, you know, don't forget that this is your card as well. So this is you literally removing yourself from that situation. And it's something that, yeah, at the time it might have made you feel unstable with the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Because, you know, this is someone with your energy, guys. This is going to be someone that is very stable. You know, they're that ride or die person. You know, someone that's really going to be caring and realistic about life and just very as helpful as they can be. But when this person is in the reverse, they feel, you know, upset. They might be acting stubborn. They might even be acting immature because there's a sense that you had invested so much time into something that didn't work out in your favor, okay? But the fact that it didn't work out in your favor, there's going to be celebration and great stability coming in. So it might not be something that you guys initially see, but your energies are just going to get so much lighter by whatever it is that you're moving away from, okay? You know what? Let me leave these out just so I can come back to it if needed. All right, guys. So Earth Magic Oracle cards, like always. Okay, so let's see what your card of advice is going to be. What advice does the sign of Virgo need to hear? February 2018. Let's see what wants to play out for you guys. Here we go. Alright guys, you have Desert, Vision Quest. Okay, and I think that this is going to be a very, very good card for you guys. So I'm going to read you the advice portion on this. Bam, there it is. A vision quest is a process whereby you spend a few days in the wilderness alone. Typically, you carry only water and some sacred items with you, and you spend most of the time praying and meditating. Many who have completed a vision quest assert that it is a powerful and even life-changing experience and report vivid and profound revelations. It is said that the desert does not lie, so partaking in this can help you discover the truth about your purpose or at least give you some clues. It is time for you to go on a vision quest. Designate a place in nature in which to dwell, whether for a couple of hours or a few days. Spend the majority of your time while there praying and meditating. It is best to be in a location where you can truly find solitude, even if it is in a quiet corner of a park for an afternoon. Wherever you go, take your question, concern, or challenge with you into prayer or meditation. Allow it to float around in your consciousness and watch what shows up. This is one of the more powerful cards. By drawing it, whatever other messages you may have received are amplified threefold. So you guys are already in the process of this. You're already putting this into motion. We're starting off here, and male, female, doesn't matter, whether it's a queen or king, both sexes can, take on these energies. But you guys are dealing with something that made you unstable, that threw you off, that kept you off your equilibrium, that, you had to navigate through it. And I feel like it was an uncomfortable experience for a lot of you. So with you guys having the knowledge that you do, because again, what I keep saying is you guys have a certain knowledge that maybe the situation wasn't best for you, but now you're putting it into play. Okay? Think of the Hierophant as kind of like a teacher. All right? A teacher to get you closer connected to the divine, get you closer connected to yourself, to your spirit, to your soul, to what it is that's going to make you happy, to what it is that's going to make you feel good. And, you were off before. But now with implementing this into your life and telling yourself, okay, well, what do I have to do that's going to make me happy? Because I've kind of been putting that on the back burner. I've been sacrificing myself. I've been doing things that just doesn't resonate with my spirit or my soul. So how do I move forward in a way that's going to be conducive to my growth? And that's exactly what you guys are doing. You're focusing on implementing what it is that you want to do in life to push yourself forward. And honestly, I know that there's some things that with the spread that it showed that it could be coming into your life. For some of you, possibly it's a fire sign coming in. Despite what that is, it's cool to have it in your life, but my best advice would be to kind of take some time and breathe and chill and relax and make sure that you're completely over whatever it is that you were dealing with. Okay, because yes, you're coming up strong and you're going to come up happy, and there's going to be a lot of celebrations that come because you let something go. But if we jump into something new too prematurely, we're going to be dealing with the energies of the last situation that we were dealing with. So subconsciously, we tend to attract those same things into our lives. So you guys know what's up. There's really, there's nothing I can say in terms of advice. There's nothing that I can tell you guys that you don't already know about your situation, whether you were willing to admit that to yourself or not. So you guys are in a good place to move forward and make a solid decision and do something that you think is going to be sound for you. All right. So ask yourself, what is it that you want to do? What's going to help you to kind of make more sense of your life and what it is that you want to do moving forward from this point on? The best thing to do is ask yourself, what did I do to even get myself in that position to deal with? Because, a lot of us, we really just want to blame other people or bosses or our parents or our cousins. We want to blame so many other people and say, well, if they didn't do this, then I wouldn't have done this. But there has to come a point in time where we kind of take responsibility for certain things, and we have to ask ourselves, well, what did I do in order to get myself around this energy? All right. And you'd be so, so surprised how strong people's energies could be and how much that could really, really affect your life. Okay. And that's something that I've lived through myself. I had a time where I was at my low where this spread could have resonated for me, perfectly. And at that time in my life, I was getting into car accidents, and I'm an amazing driver. So I'm like, what's going on? I wasn't getting jobs, and I'm used to, putting any job that I get or, any interview that I went to, I knew that I was going to get the job. Like I never got rejected from jobs before. But, around this time, I wasn't getting jobs. I was getting into car accidents. I was getting into fight with fights with people who are really, really important to me. But it's because I kept thinking about all the negative in my life, and it kept amplifying the negativity. When I started thinking more positive, that's when things kind of just started falling into my lap again. So you also have to ask yourself, how have I been lately? How have I been acting? Okay, and people don't think that it's going to make a big deal, but it is. And I see it happen all the time. I have a friend of mine that I absolutely love and I adore, but, I talk to them about this all the time, so it's not me talking shit. It's just a good example. They want better for themselves, and they're going through situations like this, but they don't necessarily take the steps to be more positive, and I just keep seeing bad things happen to them. So that's why I kind of have to back up, because it's just like, look, I told you that if you continue to be this negative, that you're going to keep attracting really bad things. And they're attracting a shitload of bad things. And I'm like, you know what? I can't tell you anything more. So you have to ask yourself, what state of mind was I in before the situation came in? And am I partly responsible for allowing this into my life? Okay, because a person can show us that they're going to do something wrong 1 time, 2 times, maybe even 3 times. But after a few times, if you still keep dealing with the same person or situation, at that point, it's a choice. Okay, so you have to decide what's what, who's who, and who needs to be in your life, and who's just not going to do well for you. Okay, but Virgo, I love you guys so much. I'm talking so much, but y'all got this. That's why I'm not going to put too much advice here for you, because you guys are already on a good, start and a good path. The first step was letting it go. Okay, you saw that it wasn't going to work. You let go, and now you're going on to bigger and better things. Y'all are good. Just keep on going with that. And if anything doesn't resonate with your heart or your soul and it just feels off, listen to that, because right now your intuition is super on point. All right, guys? So for those of you that do want a personal reading, I'm going to make an announcement later, but the wait time is finally down. Before it was, about a 2-week wait. So right now it's about a 4 to 7 day wait again. So I'm very happy that I've been able to catch up. For those of you that are still waiting on readings, because I have probably like a handful of readings that I have to get out, you'll still get it within the promised time. So no need to email me and say, hey, Lissette, you're caught up. Where's my reading? Don't worry about it. You'll get it super soon. But other than that, guys, I love y'all. Anything that you need, I will leave it in the description. But I hope you guys have an amazing rest of February. And I'll be back very shortly with some love readings. Take care, guys.